Good day, class. Praise be Jesus and Mary. I am teacher Rosie Iburan, and I will be your teacher for this discussion. Before we start, let's have a game first. And this game called Cleared for Takeoff or Diverted. The only thing that you need to do is to guess. I will be prompting a scenario, and each of it you need to choose whether it is takeoff or landing. Takeoff means the information is verified and ready to go, while landing means the information doesn't check out. It shouldn't be trusted. In short, takeoff means fact, while landing means not. Alright, understood? Perfect, class. So your first scenario. You can believe information if it appears on multiple websites. Is it takeoff or landing? Perfect! It's landing! For your second scenario, using a long passphrase like a sentence is generally more secure than a short, complex password. Is it takeoff or landing? Very good! It's the takeoff! For the last scenario, all emails from are safe to open. Is it takeoff or landing? Very good! It's landing! Now you have the background of our discussion. Welcome to Cyber and Digital Literacy General Overview. At the end of the lesson, you are expected to define cyber and digital literacy and identify its key components. And you will be able to list at least 3 essential skills within cyber and digital literacy. And you will be able to describe how cyber and digital literacy applies to real-life situation. And you will understand the importance of cyber and digital literacy for navigating the 21st century. And we will achieve these objectives within a 20-minute discussion. When we talk about cyber and digital literacy, it's all about the ability to effectively, responsibly use digital technologies, including the internet, computers, smartphone, and other digital tools. And one of the components of this is the cyber citizens in the digital age. It means that being a good digital citizen is about using the internet responsibly with respect for others and understanding your rights and responsibilities in the digital world. We'll have our role in making sure our online spaces are safe and respectful. Just like we follow rules in the real world, we need to be mindful of how we behave online. This includes being respectful in our communications and standing up against harmful behavior like cyberbullying. Example, you see a post online making fun of someone. The post might be offensive or hurtful to the person involved. Imagine you're in this situation. What would you do if you saw this kind of post? Would you report it or ignore it? Why? Let's pause and think. What does it mean to be a responsible digital citizen in this situation? Alright? It's all about respect others online, think before post or comment, understand the impact of your action, stand against cyberbullying and hate speech. And the next one is the internet safety. Internet safety is crucial to protect your personal information and online activities like use of strong passwords. Browse safely. Don't trust suspicious emails or links. Call to actions. From now on, before clicking anything online, stop and think. Is this safe? Now let's proceed to cyberbullying and cyber crimes. When we say cyberbullying, it is the use of technology to harass or hurt others, often through social media or messaging, and etc. For example, is spreading rumors, sending mean messages, posting hurtful content. These has an emotional effect like anxiety, depression, fear, and even withdrawal. While Cybercrimes refer to illegal online activities such as hacking, identity theft, or scams. Both of these can have serious consequences on emotional health and legal issues. Let's pause and think. How can digital literacy help in this situation? How can knowing your rights online protect you from harm? Digital literacy teaches us how to handle online conflicts, avoid falling for scams, and protect our personal information, report cyberbullying and cybercrimes, and always be aware of how to protect yourself online. Remember, your digital safety is just as important as your safety in the real world. Alright? So the next one is the managing computer threats. In managing computer threats, there are different types of it, like the viruses, malware, or spyware. And these can compromise your device's security, steal personal information, or even damage your files. Digital literacy can help us recognize when our devices might be at risk and take the necessary step to secure them. Using antivirus software like updating your device regularly and avoiding suspicious downloads are some of the ways to protect your computer from threats. Example, your computer starts running slower than usual and you see a pop-up asking you to download an update. Let's pause and think. What would you do if a message popped up saying your device is infected and you need to click a link to fix it? Why is it risky to download free games or files from unknown websites? Alright? Now let's proceed to researching and evaluating the web. When we say researching and evaluating the web, it's all about evaluation the information through the websites that we have sought. But the question, why is it matters? Why is evaluation matters? It matters because the internet, as we all know, full of opinions, misinformation, and even fake news. And anyone there can publish content. Whatever they want, they can publish content freely, without limitation. But those content doesn't mean it's true, right? Because there are some, it's just misinformation, or just based bias, or just an opinion. Now, the question, how do you evaluate online information class? Alright? When you are evaluating an online information class, check the source. Is the website reputable? Ask yourself, if the website has the Edo, Gov, or other news sites like the ABS-CBN, GMA, and etc. And aside from that, check the author. Are they an expert or credible person? Cross-check fact. Can you find the same info from other trusted sources? And aside from that is look for bias. Is the content trying to persuade or mislead? Let's pause and think. If you see a shocking news story shared on social media, what should you do before believing it? Being able to evaluate online sources is a key part of digital literacy. Always check the reliability of the information you find, especially when it's something important, like example, our health or even our finances. Alright? Let's proceed to social media news. Social media use allows us to stay connected, but it also comes with risks like sharing too much personal information, engaging in online arguments, or becoming a target of cyberbullying are real threats. Digital literacy helps us understand how to use social media safely, adjust privacy settings, and be mindful of what we share online. Is it respectful? Is it safe? And also empowers you to block, report, and disengage from negative behavior. Example, you post a picture of your vacation online. In the description, you mention the exact location. and the dates you're away. Imagine you're in this situation. How would you feel if someone used that information to track you or rob your home? What would you do to prevent this from happening in the future? Let's pause and think. What kind of information is too personal to share on social media? Alright? Always be cautious with what you share online. Adjust your privacy settings to control who sees your posts, and think before you share anything that could jeopardize your privacy safety. Now let's proceed to mobile devices. Mobile devices are powerful tools, but they can also be vulnerable to hacking, malware, or data theft. Securing your phone with a strong password, installing updates, and avoiding risky apps are important practices for keeping your personal information safe on mobile devices. And also, be cautious of free Wi-Fi networks and suspicious links. Example, you download a free app that asks for access to your contacts, camera, and location, even though it doesn't seem to need those permissions. Let's pause and think. Would you recognize a fake app or phishing text? What sign will give it away? How secure is your phone right now? Could someone easily get into it? Alright? Always be mindful of the apps you download and that permissions that they ask for. Protect your personal information by only granting access to necessary features and using a strong security settings on your devices. Alright, so let's proceed to digital traits. And digital traits is all about our behavior and characteristics we display online. They include how we interact with others, the content we share, and how we manage our online reputation. But why digital traits matter? Because they shape our digital identity and online reputation. And also, even our colleges, employers, and peers may view our digital footprints. What we share now can affect our future. Example, you share your opinion about a controversial topic in social media, and it quickly gets lots of attention, both positive and negative. Your digital traits shape your online reputation just as your action in the real world. Be respectful, think before posting, and be mindful of how you interact with others. Alright? Understand. I can hear you. Understand. Very good. Now let's have an activity called Information Airways. I will be giving you a scenario, and each scenario you need to guess whether it is fact, represent as a green passenger, opinion, represent as the orange passenger, misinformation, blue passenger, disinformation, red passenger, and bias as a yellow passenger. You may pause the video if you need. For your first scenario, what is your answer, class? Very good. It's fact, or the green passenger. Why is it fact? Why is it fact? Precisely. It is fact because it provides a reliable information. Alright? For the second scenario, what is your answer, class? Alright, it's the blue passenger or the misinformation. Why is it misinformation? You, Jesha, why is it misinformation? Very good, because it does not provide a reliable information and doesn't realize the information is wrong but still did. Alright, for the third scenario, What is your answer, class? Very good. It's opinion, or the orange passenger. Why is it opinion? You, Alcha, why is it opinion? Very good. It is opinion because the information was based on personal preference. For the fourth scenario, what is your answer, class? Very good. It's bias, or the yellow passenger. Why is it bias? You, Kurt, why is it bias? Precisely, because it favors one side only. Alright? For the fifth scenario, what is your answer, class? Very good. It's the disinformation, or the red passenger. But why is it disinformation? Because again, it provides or it spreads lies and purpose. Alright, now I have a question. Why cyber digital literacy important these days? And how can someone show that they are responsible digital citizens? Alright, to conclude, digital literacy is essential for navigating the online world safely and responsibly. It helps us assess information, stay protected, and contribute positively to our digital communities. By practicing good cyber citizenship, protecting our privacy, and thinking critically about the content we engage with, we can become better digital citizens and make the internet a safer place for everyone. Alright. Now, I want you to get a 1/4 sheet of paper and answer these multiple choice questions and number your paper 1 to 5. You may pause the video if you need. So for your first question, alright, let's check your answers. So here's the answer key. Very good. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very good. There's no one who got 4, 3, 2, 1. And all of you got 5. Very good. Now, I want you to realize that cyber digital literacy is just like an airline journey, because both require preparation, awareness, and responsible behavior to ensure a safe and successful experience. Just as passengers must check in properly, follow rules during the flight, and be mindful of their action for a smooth trip, digital users must understand how to navigate the internet, protect their personal information, and act responsibly online. Both involves traveling through systems, whether it's airspace or cyberspace, where good decision-making, respect for others, and awareness of risk are essential to reaching your destination safely and positively. Now, did you able to define cyber and digital literacy and identify its key components? Good! Did you able to list at least 3 essential skills within cyber and digital literacy? Very good! Did you able to describe how cyber digital literacy applies to real-life situation? Excellent! Did you understand the importance of cyber digital literacy for navigating the 21st century? Very good! Did we achieve these objectives within a 20-minute discussion? Well done! Very good, everyone! Now, may your next digital journey be safe, smart, and respectful. I am teacher Roseville Iburan, and thank you.